Plaintiff Jessica Serrano says when she started dating the defendant, their relationship was extremely sexual. However, over time, Jessica claims the defendant became jealous, possessive, and abusive. And Jessica's suing her today for unpaid rent. Defendant Francis Bermudez Banks says if she agreed to get back with Jessica right now, Jessica would drop this case because she is still in love with Francis. Francis refuses to pay rent because Jessica made their living situation uncomfortable.
Start with you.
Well, first let me say that I'm happy we're in this courtroom today, and I'm happy Doyle's here because when she gets hot-tempered, she gets real. So thank you. If you want to come over here, that's fine. But let me give you a little background story. I met Ms. Banks in October of '08, and we started dating. It was a very physical relationship, mainly sex. That was great. And
I love those.
And in December '08, we got serious and we became an official couple. It was puppy love and it was great, kisses and hugs, I love yous, and it was great. It was my first love, my first real girlfriend, and I enjoyed it. And I would say in...
Your first girlfriend?
Yes.
Well, she turned you out. Go ahead.
Nah, that's not true.
That's what happened. That's what happened. Go ahead. How physical it was. I know it was. Wait. Go ahead.
So in early 2009, she did a whole 360. She was jealous. She was possessive. She was very aggressive with me and abusive.
How so?
For my birthday, she came over, and before my birthday, I had given her money. And a little hint, go ahead, go get me something, and then you come back and bring it. She came and with a beer and some weed, and I'm like, that's all you got? And she's like, so I picked up her weed and I threw it, and she slammed me on the floor. And her sister had to get her off of me. Another instance was when I came home early in the morning, 7 o'clock. I just did a 10-hour shift, and I come home, sitting down, drinking a beer. She comes, oh, can I get bus money? I'm like, why don't you go ask your girlfriend that you living with for bus money?
Oh, she was cheating on you at that point.
Oh, yes, and we were living together. And,
I was not cheating.
Go ahead.
Sex is cheating. Okay, so she came and she took my bag and she took the money out of it and she put her hands on me and I had marks. So I called the police. Police had to come and intervene with that. They left behind a piece of paper in case I wanted to pursue getting a restraining order against her. I didn't.
Okay, I got the picture there.
Okay.
We're gonna get to the unpaid rent shortly. You wanna give me some background, ma'am?
Yes, I do want to say I'm honored to be here. I watch your show all the time,
Thank
and
you.
I know not to lie to you, and also I know you don't like crackheads. I'm
Neither
not.
do I, but
I'm not neither
probably
one.
gonna get caught, but
Nah, I'm not even gonna lie to you. There's no reason for all that.
Go ahead.
To be honest, if I was to tell her right now, let's get back together, let's drop all this, everything, she would drop this case. It wouldn't even be a story right now.
Oh, that's a lie.
Everything she's doing is out of pity and jealousy. That's all it is.
Jealous of what?
Jealous of what?
happened?
Because I don't want to be with her no more. She still wants to be with me. She's still
I don't
loving me,
want to
and
be
that's
with you.
that.
No, what jealous
Now you
is,
lying. Have I
jealous
told you I wanted
means
to get back with you?
someone has something that you want.
Okay, you're right. So, okay, it's not jealousy. It's just petty. It's just
Okay.
pettiness. That's it. I was her first. She was my first also. Our relationship was very sexual. It was very sexual. And also, she introduced me to drinking, staying out late and stuff like that. I was very sheltered, and I didn't get out much. And when I met her, that all changed. From the beginning, she was jealous, possessive. She didn't want me to have no friends. Everybody was a problem. Any female person.
How old were you
That's
all?
a lie.
I was 17 when I met her. She was 18.
All right, yeah, that's committed relationship by two teenagers who don't have the emotional maturity to deal with the love that they are experiencing or feeling, so.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It was so bad. Seriously, I'm still recovering till this day with no friends because she just ran everybody away. And there was so many
Give me an
problems
example
going
of
on.
how she would do it.
My best friend, for instance, me and her we were best friends since 9th grade. We had lost contact when I moved to New York. We met in Georgia. She also moved to New York too. We lost contact after 2 years of both of us being there. One day we were on the train and she was present and I saw her. And I'm like, man, that has to be her, that has to be her. So it turned out to be her. And my reaction to it being her, me and her not seeing each other for so long, it was a good experience. She got jealous. She got jealous
What'd you do?
automatically.
Quiet,
I was hyped. Like we was hugging. I started tearing a little bit. Everything like that. That was my best friend, only friend I
but
really
did you
had.
say,
Okay.
"Oh, there's my best friend"?
Yeah,
Yes.
I introduced them, and me and her went and
So
carried
what
on
did
how we
she
carried
say
on.
to run off your best friend?
She just was like, "Don't call her. You can't talk to her. This, that, and the third."
And you
Just,
obeyed.
No.
So you did do it.
I still talk. I mean, I had to sneak, and she would hang up on her.
So you did do it.
Yeah.
So you still have the friend.
Yes.
So she didn't run the friend off
She
after
tried.
all.
No,
tried.
because that's not, you saying the whole story wrong.
Ma'am, let's get to the
Yes,
rent.
yes. I have documents here, a breakdown.
Tell me what happened.
We had moved in to an apartment in September 2012, and we had agreed that we were going to split the rent 50-50. And after that, she only has paid for 2 times
What
out of
was
the whole.
her share to be?
Her share was $255 a month.
Okay. And what months did she fail to pay?
October, November, February, March. And March, it was prorated, so our rent got pushed down a little bit just for that month, and it's $235.
When
just
did
for
you all
March.
move out? March?
No, I still live there.
Oh, she was cheating on you at that
Oh
point.
yes, and we were living together.
I
And
was not cheating.
Go ahead.
sex is cheating. Okay, so
Plaintiff Jessica Serrano is suing her ex-girlfriend, who believes Jessica would drop this case if she agreed to get back together.
She moved in March?
yes,
All right. What has been discussed or done since then?
nothing. I try and
So
discuss
from
things with her.
October to March, there was no real discussion?
There was discussions. I used to try and tell her, you know, what are you gonna do about this? What
And
are you
what
gonna
would
do?
she say?
She didn't want to talk about it, or I'd be like, you know what, you need to go do something, go sell drugs, go get a job at McDonald's, go do something.
And what did she say?
And she would just brush me off, or we would get into a bigger argument
Okay.
about everything.
All right. Ma'am?
Yes, of course, when you move into an apartment with somebody, the agreement is to share the rent. We are in a relationship, and when we first got into the apartment, I had money up front. We both had money up front, but she knew I was working a seasonal job at the time, and the season was ending. So I feel in a relationship, you know, when it comes down to
I
situations
know that's how
like
you
that.
feel. Tell me whether you paid October, November,
Okay,
February,
I have
and
a break-
March,
I
and
have
if
a-
not, why?
Yes, sir. I have a breakdown.
No,
of
just tell me.
what
Did you pay
I owe her.
October?
October? No.
All right. Did you pay November?
Yes.
Did you pay in February?
Yes, sir. No. Yes, February I paid
You said no.
$210. In February I paid $210. I gave her a check. She put it in her bank account.
What about March?
March, I did not pay anything in March because she just made it impossible for me to even stay there. I was barely even there
Gotcha,
in March.
because she made it impossible for you to stay. How
Yeah.
did she do that?
She changed my key on my key ring because I didn't do something she wanted me to do,
Okay.
which was clean up at
She
the
locked you
time.
out.
No, she did a sneaky move. I went
Okay.
upstairs, she took my keys, changed the key, put a dead key on my thing, pretty much like ran me out the door. And then when I come back
You left on your
to the
own.
door,
When you come back, it's changed.
my key, yeah, it's not the key.
That's
that,
called lock you out.
Okay, right.
So she locked you out when?
In March,
Okay.
February.
Were you able to
February.
get back in at all? Ever?
I kicked the door in.
Okay, so you were able to get in immediately. All right. So why didn't you pay March's rent if you were in there? You lived there
No.
so much so that you kicked the door in.
I didn't live there. That was an
Why
instance.
did you kick the door in? Trying to get in.
Because she was there. Okay, because
What
I
made
got
you,
because
what
I
made
got
you think, don't
overheated.
overtalk me.
Sorry.
What made you think you had a right to go into the home, apartment, or what have you if you didn't live there?
Okay, we both were living there.
You just said you weren't. Your case is granted. You just told me you wasn't gonna lie.
Okay.
I ain't gonna lie to you, Judge. You just lied to me. Judgment for the plaintiff. Have a good day.
Hi.
Whack.
I'm whack, but
No,
You
to
mad,
be
though, like,
honest,
you
I'm
just
not.
mad,
I'm not
like-
angry. I'm not even angry. If I owe you the rent, that's the rent money. That's how it is. Okay, you got that. Cool. We ain't gonna be together. You gonna be happy. I'll be happy. That's the end of the day.
Okay.